Good morning. I'm going to be reading from day 8 of section 3 of my book, Devotional for Disciples, and the link to bookbaby.com, where you can find that book and my other 5 published books will be in the description below. Day 8, section 3 of Devotional for Disciples is titled Wise and Foolish Builders. You can find it in Matthew 7, verses 24 through 27. Quote, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them may be compared to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house. And yet it did not fall, for it had been founded on the rock. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does not act on them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house, and it fell, and great was its fall." End of quote. Why do you think Jesus waited until the very end of his inaugurating the constitution of the kingdom to talk about foundations? Foundations are typically placed in the beginning of a building project. Footers are usually dug, and depending on the size and type of structure being built, are dug very deep and wide. Jesus places this foundational teaching at the very end. I have a theory. It is more than a theory. I believe Jesus saved the best for last because when someone is teaching on something of vast importance, the last thing they say is the first thing that is remembered. And so, in order to build the church that he would later say he would build, a church that the gates of hell would not prevail against, he left a lasting impression on the most important aspect of the kingdom, him. Luke writes of this story too in his gospel, chapter 6, verses 46 through 49. Luke's version has some differences from Matthew's, which is not unusual. I encourage you to read his version and see if you find the differences. Hint, one major difference is found in the word without. Without. By the way, once again, we see Jesus using the word fool to make a righteous judgment. This means that what we believe he meant when he said in Matthew 5, not to call someone a fool, might not be what he meant. That's the end of day 8, and day 8 is the last day. There's only one more day in this book, Devotional for Disciples. And again, I put the link to bookbaby.com where you can find this devotional and my other 5 published books, including the companion to this, the book titled Sermon on the Mount, which the Beatitudes is a part of. Anyway, thank you to everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, and shared these videos. If you've not yet done any or all of those, please do, and be sure to hit the alert button and hit alert all so that each time I upload a video, whether a short video or a longer version such as this, you will be notified. God bless. Peace in.